So I don't know if this is true, but you agreed to do a bare butt scene in Animal House?
No, I didn't agree to do it. And what, you want to hear the story?
Yeah, that's exactly
It's a really great story because it really, again, it's about one of my favorite actors on the planet. We were all so thrilled when Donald Sutherland said yes to playing this little part of the professor in the film. I mean, he was, you know, at the peak of his career at that time. And John Landis had known him. John Landis, as a young boy, had gone over to Europe. He just knew he wanted to work in the film world, and he had met Donald Sutherland on Kelly's Heroes. He just sort of forced himself on that set to become a production assistant and ran around and brought people coffee and did whatever they wanted him to do. And he had gotten to know Donald Sutherland, and he asked Donald Sutherland to come and do this little part, and he said yes. So lo and behold, we're there and we're working with Donald Sutherland, and we're all so, like, you know, excited about it. And at one of my very last days on the shoot, there's this scene where Katie is being caught having a little evening, you know, she spent the night with Donald Sutherland's character. She's had a fight with Boone, and John Landis says to me, okay, now the scene is going to start. It's going to start on your naked butt, and then you're going to pull the t-shirt down over it. And I said, well, wait a minute. No, that's not going to happen. And he said, oh, yeah, this is the way we want to do it. And I said, no, John, it's not in the script, and we're not going to do it this way. And he said, no, this is the way, this is going to be so good if we do it this. And I'm digging in my heels, and John is digging in his heels, and I look over and I see Donald Sutherland kind of leaning against the wall, looking very amused. Like, he's kind of like laughing and chuckling. And he comes over to John Landis and he said, okay, look, there's absolutely no reason why she should have to show her naked butt in this film if I don't also have to show my naked butt. And John Landis went, wait a minute, what do you mean? He got very, very flustered, and he said, well, I don't know, how would we do that? And Donald Sutherland said, I'll show you. And he walked off around the corner of the set, and he took off his trousers, and he had a sweater on that was this big old sweater that he was wearing in the scene, and he pushed his hands down in the sweater to kind of cover the essentials, and he came like walking back around the corner, and he walked over to the refrigerator on the set and turned his back to us, and he lifted up his hands and he said, Katie, where's the sugar, or something like that. And the sweater popped off, and I started to laugh, and John Landis started to laugh, and I thought, okay, you know what, if Donald Sutherland was willing to do this for me, I'm just gonna go with it. I just like, okay, we'll shoot it this way. But I mean, it's just the kindest thing an actor could have ever done in my wildest dreams.
And tell me, we